Well guys, he's back. Lavar Ball is back in the news. He is trending with a statement he made about Lonzo Ball on ESPN radio. As today, Lavar Ball said this, quote, "I don't know what they're gonna do, but I hope he gets traded. I don't like watching him play where he plays. He can't stand New Orleans. Come on, man. He can't stand New Orleans?" Guys, if this is true, if Lonzo Ball really cannot stand the city of New Orleans, well then, some major moves could potentially be made. This season, Lonzo has established himself as what looked like the third option in the Zion, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball trio, but if Lonzo can't stand the team, if Lonzo wants out of New Orleans, well then, what does that mean for his future? And can we buy into this other rumor that states that Lavar Ball wants all three Ball brothers to reunite in Charlotte, that he wants to recreate what the Ball brothers did in Chino Hills with the Charlotte Hornets? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So what's up guys, Mike here, and I hope you're having an awesome day. This is the first real news video we're doing on this year's trade deadline, and I'm so excited, man. The trade deadline is right around the corner. That means we're gonna have so much news to cover, and on top of that, if you guys haven't watched the video in a second, I'm doing two big giveaways. The first is that as soon as we hit 1.7 million subscribers, I'm giving away a PS5 or an Xbox Series X to one of you guys. All you have to do to enter is subscribe. The second, and again, all you have to do to enter this is subscribe as well, is that I'm doing a bonus giveaway every single video. To one subscriber, I'm going to give away a basketball jersey of your choice. Last week's winner is Joshua. Joshua, hit me up on Twitter at Mike Korz, and I'll get you a jersey of your choice. And continuing on with this video, guys, Lavar Ball is out here saying some wild shit again. Now, of course, as this video goes on, we're going to question the validity of this statement because this is Lavar Ball, and Lavar always wants to have his name in the headlines. And so, of course, as soon as Lavar said that Lonzo hates being in New Orleans, NBA Twitter went crazy. Lavar was trending. NBA YouTubers such as myself are making a video on this topic. Lavar got exactly what he wanted. And going further here, looking at Lavar's true intentions, we have to remember that, of course, Lonzo Ball is going to be a restricted free agent this season. That means that, yes, he can sign an offer sheet in the offseason with any team he wants, but if the New Orleans Pelicans want to match that offer, they have every right to do so, and Lonzo Ball will remain on the New Orleans Pelicans. Personally, before Lavar said this, I thought this was pretty much a lock, and I still think that. If I had to guess what was going on here, I would think that Lavar is trying to attempt to pull something. I think that he's trying to get Lonzo onto the Charlotte Hornets, which is strange because I think the two most likely landing spots for Lonzo are the New York Knicks or the Chicago Bulls. But before we get into potential trades here, let's listen to this. In the Los Angeles Times, no small source here, Andrew Grief was quoted as saying this: predicting the level of championship success his sons attained as prep teammates, he says, Lavar, he has spent this NBA season trying to tell Michael Jordan, the NBA icon turned owner of the Charlotte Hornets, who drafted LaMelo 3rd overall in November, to add all three brothers to their roster. So like I said, what Lavar Ball wants here is all three of his sons on the same team, which already seems like a pipe dream because what has LiAngelo Ball been doing? I feel like we've heard absolutely nothing about him lately. In fact, Googling his name right now, the most recent news I can see about LiAngelo specifically is that the Detroit Pistons signed him to a non-guaranteed deal, a deal that of course did not work out as we know LiAngelo was cut. With that in mind though, personally, I don't think LiAngelo being on the Charlotte Hornets really is that important here for Lavar's vision, because his ultimate goal, what he really wants, is to rebuild the legacy of BBB. In that same Los Angeles Times article, Lavar stated he wants to build a big baller brand worth $1 billion. He also says that the company, which operates now online, selling of course their apparel, shoes, and hot sauce, is trying to branch out and buy things such as storefronts, build a basketball training facility, and sell rims, tires, and bottled water. Big baller brand selling tires and hot sauce. I don't know what's happening with that, but in my opinion, that is what Lavar Ball is trying to do here. That is why Lavar made this statement. He's trying to team up Lonzo and LaMelo so that the big baller brand can return and so that the family can build a $1 billion brand of their own. The only problem with that is that I don't think his sons want this. For one thing, LaMelo has already signed with Puma. In fact, he signed a $100 million deal there. He's pretty invested with Puma. LaMelo wants to build his own legacy, and I don't think Lavar is going to affect that. The same thing in my mind goes with Lonzo. Now, like I said before, the Charlotte Hornets are not the most likely trading spot for Lonzo. That instead would be the New York Knicks or the Chicago Bulls. For the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls do need a playmaker. That does make sense, but to me, the trade doesn't make sense because the proposed trade I'm seeing online is Lowry Markkanen for Lonzo Ball. Already with Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Steven Adams, I don't know why the Pelicans would be interested. I don't know why the Pelicans would value Lowry over Lonzo. Personally, I think New Orleans would rather keep Lonzo than trade for Lowry. As for the New York Knicks, John Hollinger has said this: if they believe in Bledsoe for next year, the one that might make some sense is to New York with Redick and Jackson Hayes. For Mitchell Robertson, Elfrid Payton, Ignas Brazdeikis, Austin Rivers, Dallas's 2021 first, and a lightly protected Knicks 2021 first. Knicks fans might consider this a wild overpay, but if I'm New Orleans, an overpay is the only scenario where I'm doing this. And to me, that last sentence there, if I'm New Orleans, an overpay is the only scenario where I'm doing this, is probably the most likely scenario we're going to see come this trade deadline. Because I don't think Lonzo Ball is going anywhere. For one thing, Lonzo is having a career season right now. He's averaging a career high 14.2 points per game. He's now making threes, as since April, he's shooting over 40% from the three-point line, and for the season, he's making 3 3-pointers a night. On top of this, he's an excellent defender. He's just one of those players that affects the game positively when he's on the court. New Orleans knows this, they value him, and what's more, his teammates value him a lot as well. For instance, Brandon Ingram was recently quoted as saying this: "It just seems like his work is paying off. I see him every day just keyed in on his game and knocking that three-pointer down every single day, him getting into his mid-range, and it seemed like it felt comfortable tonight and confident in everything he did." Meanwhile, Zion has said, even when Lonzo's, like, in your words, not shooting well, he's still out there playing great defense and applying pressure on the defensive end. I just wish he'd get the full respect he deserves. It is very clear that Lonzo's teammates love playing with him, and as for Lonzo himself, he has recently been quoted as saying this: "I love playing with those guys, and I'm also really cool with them off the floor as well. We're all young. I think we can do some big things, especially in the future coming up." So there we have it. Unless New Orleans gets some crazy trade offer, or unless the Pelicans front office loses their mind, I don't think anything's really gonna happen here. Sure, yes, if the Pelicans are going to re-sign Lonzo and Josh Hart, that currently would push them into the luxury tax quite a bit. However, with that in mind, I think the Pelicans are gonna run with this big three. I think they see Zion, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball as their future, which means if they did have to trade someone away to make room for Lonzo's contract and get out of the luxury tax, or at least mostly get out of the luxury tax, I think they'd find a way to send away Eric Bledsoe. Trading away Eric Bledsoe is much more likely to me than trading away Lonzo Ball when he's about to be a restricted free agent. I think a Lonzo trade is just a trade that is fun to imagine, but is one that's not gonna really happen. So there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and remember, subscribe so that you could be entered into both giveaways I'm doing. Again, once we hit 1.7 million subscribers, I'm giving away a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. All you have to do to enter is be subscribed, and also every single video in the month of March, I'm giving away a basketball jersey of your choice. Again, for that, all you have to do is be subscribed, so make sure to subscribe so that you could potentially win one of 2 giveaways. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day, guys, and cue that music. If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.